But and then from there we get introduced to Tinker Tanner, the oldest drinking song, older than God. More verses, and Kavoth, he sings more verses to the song than any of the people had ever heard before. So there's a couple aspects of that. One is it's Tinker Tanner, the oldest song, older than God. So that lends credence to the fact that the Tinkers go back thousands of years, that maybe they're from the Fae, like I talked about in episode 1. That lends a little credence to that. So that kind of, throws another block on that building. But also, Kavoth doesn't play music in this bar. And, of course, there was no music. And then there's also the scene where Bast goes to Chronicler. Don't ask him about, why he can't do his sympathy. Don't ask him about his music. But he sings a song. So it makes me think that there's a distinction between him singing versus him playing music. So that it seems to lend that there's something more, his ability to play music, it seems that there's something more to it than just necessarily him just music in general, his singing. If you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I mean, no, I follow you. And actually the paragraph that leads up to that, they talk, what is talked about is that he's in the middle of all this activity, but the way that it's talked about is he was like a man attending a large complex machine, ready with a drink. He talked and listened in the right amounts. He laughed at jokes. He shook hands, smiled, whisked coins off the bars as if he truly needed the money. It sounds like he's playing a role. You know what I mean? So when he's singing the song, yes, he's singing the song, but he's not, his heart, I mean, maybe I'm jumping to a conclusion, but I think this ties in with what you're saying, is that it feels like his heart's not in it. When he's playing music, it's not just his heart's in it. He tells his story in a way that, it moves people. When he's just singing this song, it's a song everybody knows, and I would say he's probably even enjoying himself to a degree, but he's playing that role. He's just keeping the bar going, it seems.
Yeah, it seemed like he wasn't thinking why he was doing it. He was just having fun in the moment.
Like kind of slipped.
He just got lost in the moment, and that's why, they talk about, after the guy notices him and he ends up, faking an injury and going upstairs, then Bass notices, the vibrancy was gone and, the twinkle in his eye was gone, that kind of stuff. It seems like he was just kind of enjoying the moment. He wasn't thinking about it. He was just acting. He was just doing it, enjoying himself. But the fact that he can sing, but he doesn't play music, I think there might be something significant to that says that his ability to play music, his use of his hands, because there's also that scene where he fights the two guys that try to rob him at the bar in the second book. And he tries to use the ADM hand movements, and he's able to do the movements, but they don't work right. So maybe there's something to do with playing music, his using his hands, his physical body there's something wrong with it. There's something different than just singing.
He's definitely not himself.
You guys know what I'm talking about?
I mean,
I understand what you're saying, but I hadn't thought about that. I mean, the music side of it, the way he describes the music throughout, we've talked about that, about how important it is in this world. But no, and I was actually surprised because it was, Rothfuss describes it right at the beginning that of course there's no music, but I hadn't distinguished between singing and music.